Hello children, we have already done the lesson in the Zoom lecture. Which lesson? The little girl. So, you remember the story? Yes? What was the name of the girl? Kezia. Okay. What did she make for her father for birthday? A pin cushion. And you know what happened after that. Okay. So, let us see. Let us have a look at the exercises below the lesson. So first one, in A column the fillings are given and you have to match them with the B column. So for the first one, fear of terror was when father comes home. Yes, speaking to father, both will do. Glad sense of relief when the noise of carriage grows fainter. That means when the father goes to the office. A funny feeling of understanding when father comforts her and falls asleep. Okay. So next, why was Kezia afraid of her father? Because he talked to her harshly and he always found her mistakes. Who were people in Kezia's family? Grandmother, mother and father. So all these questions I am sending you in PDF. What was Kezia's father's routine before going to office and after coming back from office on Sundays? All these things you have to write. So before going to office he kissed her casually. After coming back he asked for newspaper, tea, and on Sundays he would take rest and he would sleep soundly on sofa with the handkerchief on his face. You can write that also. In what way did Kezia's grandmother encourage her to get to know her father better? On the Sunday afternoon, she sent her down to have a nice talk with them, and she also encouraged her to make a pin cushion for father's birthday. So how did her efforts displeased him, and what happened? We all know, because she tore the important papers that was for the speech of the port authority. So that's why father got angry and she got beating. Infuriated means angry. So you should read this and you should copy it down in the notebook. I am sending it in the PDF form. There are different kinds of fathers. So what kind of father was Mr. MacDonald, who was their neighbor? So in Kezia's opinion, her father was very harsh. He never talked affectionately and stringently, means he talked strictly with her. So she avoided him and she was afraid and she also stammered. That you can add. So now when she saw the neighborhood family, MacDonald family, one evening she saw the father playing tag with the children. Baby on the shoulder, two little girls hanging on the coat pockets. They were all laughing. So boys were turning the hose on MacDonald and he tried to catch them laughing all the time. She found them feel friendly with their father. So she wished her father would be like that. How does Kezia begin to see her father as a human being and who needs sympathy? So when she is alone and when he comforts her and he falls asleep, she comes to know that he gets tired and he cannot be like Mr. MacDonald. So that whole episode you have to write how the night, because of the nightmare she got terrified and she was crying with fear and she woke up and father was there beside. He came to her room with a candle and then he carried her to the big bedroom and then he tucked her with a blanket and then he asked her to come closer and be warm by rubbing her feet on his leg. So she crept close to him, snuggled her head under his arm and held tightly to his shirt and she became comfortable. Her father told her to rub her feet, that we said. Now Kezia realized that her father was not as harsh as she thought. She realized that her father had to work all day long because he was tired and he fell asleep. She realized that her father also loved her. He was a good person and he had a big heart. So now this we need to complete. Different meanings of being happy or pleased. So different words with the meaning in the bracket. She was dashed by news of her brother's wedding. Very pleased means thrilled. I was dashed to be invited to the party. Extremely pleased or excited means delighted. She was at the birth of her grandmother. Extremely happy means overjoyed. The coach was satisfied means pleased. She was very happy about the result. के लिए happy भी लिख सकता है. So you are a big girl now. So that means older. Today you are going to take the biggest decision means most important. The project is full of big ideas means great or bright ideas. Cricket is a big game, very popular. I am a big fan of Lata Mangeshkar. I am a great fan, die-hard fan. You have to cook a bit more as my friend is a big eater, again great eater. What a big heart you have got, father dear. That means large hearted. Okay. So next we have to fill in the blanks. I'm not afraid. यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? We have to fill them up with reporting verbs. So I'm not afraid. After the inverted commas, there is a verb used that is known as a reporting verb. So I'm not afraid, replied the woman. Leave me alone, my mother shouted. The children complained that the roads were crowded and noisy. Perhaps he isn't a bad sort of chap after all, remarked the master. Let's go and look at the school grounds, suggested the sports teacher. The traffic police ordered all the passers-by to keep off the road. I hope you have tried it earlier. Now you have got the correct answers. So we are going to look at some more questions. So do you think such kind of fathers like Kezia's fathers or such kind of very strict mothers, grandmothers, kind grandmothers, mother was not strict in Kezia's case, but father was very strict. So do such people exist in our country also? So without doubt, Indian family also have such fathers, mothers and grandmothers. Because it is a competitive world. In the world of cutthroat competition, everyone aspires for success. Aspires means wants. So parents, mother and father get employed to provide the children with all the worldly comfort. And because they are working, they do not get the time. But they fail to comprehend, means to realize the psychology of the tiny tots, little children, and make them feel isolated because they are away. So the little children feel isolated means lonely. Children need parents' time and love. They want then parents should interact with them humbly, simply and without hurting their feelings, with love. We will remove this then because it is confusing you. They want that. Okay? They want that parents should interact with them humbly, with love, with simple love and without hurting their feelings. Was Kezia's father right to punish her? What kind of a person was he? Kezia's father was not at all right to punish her. He should have understood that she was only a child and child tends to make mistakes. And a child's mistake should always be mended. On one hand, she was strict, unkind, short-tempered. It means he got angry very fast. On the other hand, he was hardworking, responsible and caring to the family. He worked hard all day and got tired. So he was compelled not to give any time to Kezia. At heart, he cared and loved Kezia very much. When she got frightened due to nightmare, he immediately came to her with a candle to know what had happened. So it shows that he cared very much. He also comforted her, right? So we are going to stop here. You should write these things down in your notebook. I will send you in the PDF file. Thank you.